first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9?
From his end zone, it's Corey Ballantyne. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now.
Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Looking to throw on second down. Rodgers, and able to find Allen Lazard. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Now the former fourth-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
And this defense for the Lions, they played really well in that win last week against Miami.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
On second and 9, Rodgers. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Packers.
Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers.
And we knew that this offense was going to try and put pressure on the secondary. That was something they talked about with us. They knew that they had an advantage, pressed it, and there you go. Big play for a touchdown on their very first possession.
And that throw, pretty impressive, and even 61 yards through the air. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. Goff and this Lions offense set for a first and 10
at their own 25-yard line. Goff now looks to throw. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And this is caught at the 20. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down inside the 20-yard line. A big play there for Detroit.
Well, Brad, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
From the red zone now, Goff. He's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown. Calvin Austin hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Lions are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
Ballantyne now from the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Rodgers.
He's going to launch this deep for Watson.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Rodgers going to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
And just like he did, almost winning the Heisman at Michigan, rookie Aiden Hutchinson blows up the play.
The Detroit Lions certainly wasted no time in selecting Aiden Hutchinson 2nd overall in the 2022 NFL Draft. He grew up just a half an hour from the city, started at the University of Michigan, and became an instant fan favorite as a local kid leading a new Lions defense.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They lose 2 on that last play, so things get even tougher. 3rd and long coming up.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, Packers. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers.
And the Packers have taken the lead.
Extra point up and good by Crosby. And that makes the score 14-7.
14, Lions 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
So they get half of what they needed. It'll be 3rd and 6 upcoming.
So, Charles, offensively, this group really playing at a high level, 7-0. And we're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, unlike my teenage years where there were blemishes everywhere and the dermatologist was on speed dial. But I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this start if they keep winning games. You and I both know, we in the media, we'll start to obsess about it and wonder, can they take it all the way to an undefeated season?
And complete to Zach Ertz. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call it?
Well, they
said it with a chuckle. They called him old reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Preston Smith able to record his 5th sack of the season. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
14, Lions 7.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Goff going to give this one to Henderson.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football.
And I think this is a situation where quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long, and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and punt the football.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They run it with Balazs. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Again, it's Balazs. There's a nice move. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 14 yards, good for a Packer 1st down.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Dillon now on 1st and 10. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
For the Lions, an extra DB in the game now here on 3rd down. Rodgers now to throw. And he's got it. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers go up by 2 touchdowns. Crosby with the extra point, and it's now 21-7.
21, Lions 7. Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's the tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
On second down, back to Henderson. And down he'll go at the 25. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Henderson will try and run for the first. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Here's the gain of 16 yards.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Henderson now on first and 10 to the 43, second down.
They suspected that it was a power play up the middle coming out, and boy, were they right. That defense got downhill in a hurry and limited them to just a couple on first down.
The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. They'll fake the give. Now Goff. Looking sideline, incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Goff. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Here we go on 4th. Goff. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. He'll let it fly for Austin. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Packers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half.
First down, Green Bay.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Rodgers. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball.
He's put up numbers in this one by pushing the envelope a bit whenever he could with deeper throws. Let's play a little philosophy here. Some plays it works. Sometimes they're ready for you. And that time, they were on guard. Incomplete.
An inside give to Jones. And he's got room. Touchdown, Packers. Aaron Jones, his 8th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Packers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Crosby connects on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns in 21. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Lions take over first down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. I don't think they need to be reminded of the situation here. I mean, the clock is dwindling. 3-score deficit waiting for them at halftime unless they can get something on the board here before intermission. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
That's good for a Lions. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On first down, it's gone. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
And attempted a deep ball there, and they didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. On 2nd and 10, Goff. Looking deep for his tight end, Ertz. And yet again, Goff is intercepted. Picked off by Eric Stokes. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Got a man, that's Lazard. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. The kick by Crosby is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
But you did mention 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
So with 3 seconds remaining in the half, they will line up to kick this one away. Taking it about the 1. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin getting set for quarter number 3 here. It'll be Lions football to start the second half, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Every defensive staff harps on limiting explosive plays. Job not so well done there.
Yeah, they talk about it all the time. A lot harder to stop, though, isn't it? When you think of an explosive play, most offensive staffs define them as passes of 20 or more yards and runs of 15 or more yards.
They went zooming past that number there. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Packers' 28-yard line.
Now the pitch to Henderson.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone. Goff on 1st down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Eric Stokes.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in. Coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
The last run got 9. That leaves him with 2nd and a yard. Running the toss here to Dillon. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. He went backwards 7 yards, setting up a tough 3rd down.
You want to talk about the proverbial deer in the headlights. That's exactly what he was when he got the ball. Went to hit a lane and get upfield, and all he saw, extra defenders bearing down on it. Perfect time to dial up the blitz. An excellent call.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this 2nd half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. As this offense takes the field against CD. Remember last drive, they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this 2nd half. So 2nd and 10 now here in the 3rd quarter from Detroit.
Here's Goff. He'll let it fly for Austin. And now here is another interception. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. Now Crosby for the point after. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call.
And that flag accepted.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And surge a redemption from the pick six. Goff. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And that's caught inside the 30. And he's going to get this down near the 25. And now a timeout coming from the defensive side for the Packers. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Here's Goff. Throwing left sideline complete. That's Austin. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A good pick up there, 20 yards.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
Now Goff taps this forward. That's a jet sweep. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. Calvin Austin with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year. And the Lions are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Lions are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Valentine now from the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because
taking it right down Broadway. He's at the 30. 10. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Aaron Jones with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Mason Crosby to kick off for Green Bay.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Williams.
The Lions take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Goff now to throw. That's going to be caught along the sideline, and what a job of keeping his feet in bounds. They say that's a catch.
It's a gain of 28 yards.
On 1st and 10, Goff. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. 2nd down coming up. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Adrian Amos with a pick. And the Packers are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line. Well, they tried to take their shot right there, but the ball hung up a little too long, and it's intercepted.
And when you describe trying to take their shot right there, usually the ball has to be thrown on a little bit more of a line. You just mentioned it. The ball hung up there. The reaction time of the defenders, they win the day.
And Rodgers is going to go down in the end zone. It's a safety.
The goal here is about getting any kind of positive yardage in this spot because you don't care who, you don't care how. You just want to try and buy a little space and get away from your own end zone. But in this spot, the defense was all over that play and equally motivated to stick them with a safety.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
And every game that's ever been played, all coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
On first down, gone. He's airing it out for Williams. And this is caught. And in for the Lions touchdown. Jamison Williams, 48 yards. And the Lions get a bit closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct it on. You've got it down, Pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Valentine now from the end zone. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 30, right about the 29.
The Packers take over first and 10.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. Rodgers now on first down. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down. But to no avail as time will expire on this third quarter of play. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Rodgers. That's into a crowd and intercepted. And he will bring it back. An interception return for the Lions touchdown. And now both of these defenses have something to brag about following this one, each with a pick-6 today.
They are even there, but we still have to decide a winner, don't we, partner? And what they really want to brag about after this one is getting that W. The turnovers are great. Can they make plays now that tilt the balance in their favor?
On now comes the Lion offense. They'll be asked to go for 2 here. Now they send the tight end in motion left. That's caught at the 1. And he'll get in. And they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Valentine now from the end zone. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
First and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And that pick six a moment ago doesn't change things too much. They still seem pretty comfortable with a three-possession fourth-quarter lead. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. And I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
And here's Jones again on second down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1? On this day, the ground has been his, but at least on that individual play, we just saw the defense finally with a win.
Yeah, they finally got one, and that's a win for them, but all game long, he's seen the holes, and they've been huge for him. Kind of like a baseball hitter in the zone. The ball seems bigger, and he's just whacking it. These guys, they got it going today.
And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to about the 19. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that'll bring up 4th down. On now is the Packers punter. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one. Here's away. Here's Austin. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Lions will take over. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. Goff in this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at the 34. Goff. That pass caught. It's Williams. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. A shotgun snap for Goff. And now here is another interception. And the Packers are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
It was Harrison Smith there up from his safety spot to make the play behind the line. This defense starting to buckle down when they need to, and right now they're winning this 4th quarter, losing the game, but they're winning in the 4th quarter.
And what a fine line it is about what they're trying to get done, because they're down, so they obviously need the football, need a score, but they can't be so aggressive as to give up their edge, their gaps, and have the offense hit them with a big play.
Cobb goes in motion left. Rodgers' throw brought in by Watson. He's got room past the 30. Now he's loose again. Christian Watson. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Up the middle, Jones. And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Now it's 2nd and 9. They'll go again to Jones. He's dropped just inside the 20. A little second effort there, but couldn't find a whole lot of space. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. In motion left is Cobb. Now Rodgers. That is caught inside the 5. And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now they send a man in motion right. Rodgers looking to throw. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. Extra point try now for Crosby. And that will bump the lead up to 26.
Makes the score. Packers 55, Lions 29. Mason Crosby.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. From the end zone, here comes Williams. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they were ultra confident coming in, that's for sure. They had won 7 straight, but number 8 not looking to be in the cards right now. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown. Calvin Austin, 79 yards. And the Lions are able to cut into that deficit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
That's caught, and he'll get in. They're going to draw themselves 2 points closer. So they elect to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes could prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky, because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
This is caught. It's Christian Watson. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Out of the pistol to get to Jones. And he'll get this one down to about the 17.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. A gain of 2.
Rodgers throwing here. That's complete to Lazard. And the Packers are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9. Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for the Packers, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Dallas Cowboys. Meanwhile, for Detroit, the perfect season was apparently...
I pray to God they rattle tattle. Hey, what's a rapper? I started off that, now I'm better. I